All right, welcome once again to Zilla Perspectives. I'm your host, beatzillapdx official, and this one is going to be about TLC's new show. It's kind of interesting. I seen this and I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what they're doing. I do, however, I personally appreciate somewhat the outcome of what they're trying to do. However, there are some things within this that just really have a very exploitive tone to me. I don't know. Again, that could just be me. But I believe personally it's intentional. Kind of odd timing, considering how like right now you see how Lizzo is losing weight, and it's very interesting timing for me to see that. So yeah, we're I don't even really know how much more to set this clip up, but we're gonna take a look at this. No reservations, no judgment. But you already see what's going on. It's two very large sisters. And they are about to tell you what they're getting into. Again, like I said, this is TLC's new show. And I would just like to also say, considering how a lot of people are coming to the rescue or defense of that statue in New York, and saying they see us and they see us. Well, I also want people to understand this here is also representation of, when you say they see us and this, I'm just saying. So without further ado, let's check it out. And I'm going to start and stop in a few different places, but I'm going to try to let it run.
Going to the beach. Got the fat hotties with the bodies going to the beach.
I am Jazz, the most amazing.
You were supposed to say me too.
Fat hotties with the bodies. All right.
Oh, and this is Nisha. We're roommates.
We're both a little extra, nearly 1,000 pounds extra. Can Miss Nisha go in the house with you guys?
The only thing we love more than food in this world,
That's it right there.
is my daughter Nana.
I got a surprise.
The only thing we love more than food in this world is my daughter. I'm sorry. I'm old enough to remember the Fat Boys, and this really feels very Fat Boy-esque. Oh man, we're all you can eat. Like this really gives me that. And I don't think that's the best representation. And I'm not trying to say, that something's wrong here, but this clearly is not healthy. And that much we could say. And then also to say love, you put the love for your child in the conversation with the love of food. Food is a necessity for survival. Anyway, let's keep going.
Oh, no, you did.
We love each other like sisters, but that does not mean that we agree on everything.
I was able to crawl my fat ass to the car. I was able to
Stop acting like you was
But I
crawling.
did. I wasn't not going to let you just crawl in your little ass car.
We've tried so many things to lose weight. Ew, what's in the bowl?
Sea moss. I'm making us a drink.
What's the thing? But now it's time.
Now, when I say just on a tad bit of the exploitive side, again, it feels like acting. It feels like acting. Maybe it is a little bit ramped up, but again, never mind. Never mind. Well, I just my question. What is this for? Is this positivity or is this negativity? Because for me, I'm growing up around the black church, so I've seen very heavy women my entire life, and all of this over the top. Oh yeah, I just love to eat. Ooh, give me some chicken. I ain't never seen nobody do that, even to the biggest people I know, who have always tried to lose weight, but the whole I'm obsessed with food and let me get 2 cakes and eat them all at once. I've never seen that. Realistically, well, I'll get into that later. Let me just say that. And realistically, I say a lot of the people that end up getting this big, especially in church, was from eating late after church. Like I remember so many times I've went out after playing some gospel concert or whatnot. It's 10 o'clock at night. We're going to the 24-hour breakfast family American diner spot, and we're eating pancakes and French toast at 2 a.m. That's how you get that big on a consistent basis. Or because you're eating like that, and if you're in one of them choirs that's moving a lot, you're doing a lot of late night eating. And then you go right to bed. So that there is nothing about that program that would allow you to lose weight. Just saying. But anyway, let's hear more.
To get busy. I'm all my daughter has. I have to be here for her.
Mm-hmm.
If Jasmine doesn't undergo the surgery, most likely she will not survive for long.
Surgery is something that scares the out of me. It would be easier if you was doing this with me.
I want to lose weight, but that doesn't mean I have to be stuck on the scale all the time.
I've been taking the weight loss shot.
I don't like that shot.
I'm in pain.
And it's the leg.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, she's losing the weight, but at what cost?
I am in so.
Yeah, but she has all that weight. And at what cost? Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, she's losing the weight, but at what cost? Again, I think right there, are we even examining is this just getting this big from overeating? I would have to assume that there was some kind of other conditions going on for her to get this large. You don't get this large with one daughter. Definitely this can be sustained with bad eating habits, but in a lot of cases, there's other issues going on that has a person this large. And so as tall as she is, because she looks like a taller woman, there's nothing healthy about her size. Well, on her heart, on her legs, on her ankles and feet. That's a lot of poundage to carry. So, she need to get this off for real. And she needs to get this off very quickly. Anyway, let's see some more.
So much pain. I'm really trying my best to hold on.
I just want everything to be okay.
Nisha, I'm scared.
Yeah.
What if you're never gonna be able to walk again?
Time 9:30.
I don't know what happened to her, but I know that it's a wake-up call.
1,000-pound roomies. I don't know, man. I think it's good. Like I said in the beginning, I'm glad that it is moving in the direction of them having weight loss. But just there's something about this that kind of still feels exploitative. And again, it could just be me. But it just feels on the exploitation side of the game more so than it does about promoting healthy eating habits and a healthy lifestyle. Because like I said, growing up in around, especially as a church musician, being in gospel music, from like, even if you're traveling, you're doing these concerts and you're eating late. Not saying that this is what condition they come from, but I do understand being around the conditions of weight gain, and you have to analyze that part of your life. I'm by no means no health coach or weight coach, but I do understand, and I've made attempts to make sure what you eat. And even eating healthy doesn't mean you're going to be thin. You understand what I'm saying? But I will say there are certain attributes of, and I'm not knocking anybody out there, but when you eat pork and you eat shellfish, especially for us Black folks, it stores in your body and you will just be bloated. So regardless of how much you're trying to lose weight, because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, I'm going to stop eating meat, but I'm going to go to a shellfish diet. Well, all you did was trade one dirt for another dirt. So you want to get clean food as much as you can. And by that, you also lay off that catfish. If I would say the healthiest thing is a biblical diet, if that's what you were looking for. And I'm not saying do it because of religion. I'm saying analyze that just based on the schematics of your health and see if that doesn't actually work for you. Because again, I think people, when they think about biblical diet, they just solely think religion. And, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that, or look at it this way. Hey, I wouldn't eat that if I were. It's like people look at the biblical diet so much different than somebody saying, hey, you probably shouldn't eat so much sugar, or you probably shouldn't eat so much fried food. It's just the same thing. You probably shouldn't drink as much cow's milk. It's just that. Understanding what works for the body, what doesn't work for the body. And so you don't have to overly religify it, but if you want, go to that biblical diet, and that would be, in my view, a good source of weight loss. Just by going by those standards and just allowing yourself to just take in there's still a lot of good eating with that diet. A vast amount of good eating, actually. So I just see something like this and I'm like, I don't know how this is supposed to be perceived. But I would hope that if anybody looks at this, take it as an encouragement to take better eating habits. And if you can, don't eat like we were doing. And I was a teenager too for a lot of that. So a lot of that was just getting burnt off. But, I was eating with adults. So, you do not want to get in the habit of midnight breakfast. You understand? Because we were doing the most back then. We had this place here called Sherry's. Sherry's is 24 hours. Like I said, breakfast, lunch, and dinner spot. That's one of those type of place, like a Denny's with better food. And so they would get a lot of business from just released church concert goers, gospel concert goers. And so you think about that. That's the people who went. And then also the choirs and the groups. They're all going to these restaurants. So I've seen the pattern now. It's great for fellowship. However, it is terrible for your health. And so eating a stack of pancakes and a 4 strips of bacon and sausage which is pork, which you shouldn't be eating anyway. But if you're doing that, then chasing that up with 3 eggs and hash browns and toast. Well, no, not the toast, because you had the pancakes. So, you know, you would be doing that at like 12:30 at night on a Saturday night. Get up in the morning, maybe have a light breakfast, go to church, and then have a big old dinner right after that, and then go lay down or something for a nap. Or you might have a Sunday afternoon concert at somewhere else. Then you're going to go eat, you're going to go there, and guess what you're going to do Saturday evening? Because usually those are fairly earlier, so say around 8 o'clock-ish on Sunday night. What are you gonna do? Well, we gotta go get, because again, they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So yeah, I had breakfast yesterday, but okay, we'll just go right on back there. I'll get a burger tonight. So trust me when I tell you, family, I'm fully well aware of how to establish bad eating habits and patterns. So avoid eating that late at night, full heavy meals, because you will pack them pounds on. Like I said, I was a teenager and young, so it was burning off for me because I was still active. But for those who were older around me, it did not. Okay? So I'm just saying, for everybody's health, if you take anything from this particular video, and be encouraged just to, eat healthy as much as you can. So, family, let me know what you guys think. Again, this is not a judgment thing. I do feel that the way it's being presented is somewhat exploitive, but again, maybe there is a positive outcome that comes from it too. So who am I? So let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do so. And again, this has been a Zilla Perspectives video. And yeah, we have some more to talk about on this channel. Again, now for those of you who've seen the animation or the emoji, like there's not going to be a lot of videos like that over here. Just if I'm in a space to where my background is open and I got a lot of people there, but I still have like time to speak, then I might do that. So just know it's not going to be a all the time thing. So it's interesting story here, right? So again, like, share this video. If you hit that notification bell when you hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit the word all, that way you'll be notified anytime this channel premieres a video or a video is uploaded. Or if we're running it out of StreamYard, then it'll appear as it's live. So that also, if you would like to tune into this particular podcast, you can go to Podbean at Zilla Perspectives as well. So until next time, family, thank you for tuning in, and y'all have a blessed one. Peace.